Good morning. I'm Welcome Wilson Jr. With the GSL Welcome Group. We develop and acquire single-tenant industrial, office, and laboratory manufacturing buildings in Texas. We own over 3.5 million square feet of single-tenant buildings in the Houston area. And luckily, we're 98% occupied as we sit here today. We also have a design build affiliate, construction affiliate called Kingdom Dalton Wilson, which does design and build construction for us as well as third-party work. It's great to be in the state of Texas. This is a map that we have generated, which generates the Texas contribution to the national economy. Even though it may not be to exactly the scale, we thought we'd show it. Not only does Texas have a population of 26 million, not including 16 million cattle, we have 3 of the top 10 most populated cities in the United States. Harris County has 3.4 million residents, which makes it the most populous county in Texas and the 3rd most densely inhabited county in the United States. Texas is the biggest producer of oil, minerals, cotton, and wool. And my kids tell me we produce 75% of the world's Snickers candy bars. But most importantly, as of today, Texas leads the nation in job creation and economic growth. So again, I would say it's great to be in Texas. I hope to give you some insight on the industrial market and some economic drivers and a few predictions, which I don't have enough guts to produce last year's predictions, so just in case there was a typo in it. Statistically, the nation is no longer in recession ever since the summer of 2010, but as we all know, it doesn't really feel that way. Perceptions will dictate the behavior of companies and individuals. If people have no confidence in the economy, they will make decisions reflecting their lack of confidence, regardless of what the statistics say. In our business, we talk to companies every day, and many are telling us they are doing fine and making money, but they are so concerned about the economy, they're hesitant to expand facilities, even though they have business now to justify that expansion. To avoid being hit by the recession truck again, we need a renewed confidence in the national economy. Texas has obviously fared better than the rest of the country, and we have been able to lean on the energy industry here as well as the Port of Houston. We should continue to lead the country out of recession, with Houston being the front and center as one of the nation's best markets. Houston industrial market totals over 507 million square feet, with only less than 2 million square feet under construction. So those are all good numbers for the future. Third quarter statistics indicate the market fundamentals continue to strengthen. Our vacancy rates that are below 6% are considered a very healthy industrial market. In Houston, our vacancy rate is presently 5.8%. So we are below what is the definition of a healthy market and looking better. The warehouses represent about 91% of the market, with a lower vacancy rate of 5.3%. Flex projects, representing 9%, have a 10.6% vacancy rate. Of the projects under construction, 80% are pre-leased. Some examples of these are state-of-the-art food distribution facility under construction by Benny Keith Company, 475,000 square feet in the Missouri City area. Ameriport Building 2 with 168,000 square feet is 100% pre-leased. And recently announced DMAR Fresh Inc. is moving from an existing 88,000 square foot building near 610 and 290 that will ultimately be demolished due to freeway work into a brand new 108,000 square foot refrigerated facility at 288 South and Reed Road. Having nearly 80% of the new construction pre-leased is very important to the fundamentals and the future of the industrial market. We are not overbuilding. Speculative space at this time should maintain a healthy vacancy rate well into 2012. I like Ewing's quote earlier, the next time we overbuild, I'm just going to say to our lenders, we're just under-demolished. The industrial market in Houston is divided into multiple sub-markets, each with their own economic drivers and influences. As of the third quarter of 2011, the healthiest submarkets in the Houston area are the southwest corridor, posting the highest absorption rate of 483,000 square feet, and the northwest submarket with an absorption of 224,000 square feet absorbed. With regard to the new construction, 70% of the new construction is in the southwest and the north submarkets. Citywide industrial rental rates are slightly higher than they were last year, and absorption levels are well over 3.4 million square feet. In 2011, we saw 20 industrial sale transactions so far, which are up from 13 in 2010. Our volume for the year totals 308 million, which is more than double that sales volume in 2010. One of the largest transactions was the Walmart distribution center in Baytown, 4 million square feet, which sold for $104 million. Our affiliate, KDW, continues to see single-tenant design build demand relating to the oil and gas service sector, with a lot of foreign companies coming to town for the first time, which is really encouraging. So it's not just expansion of existing work, but new players to the field. The recovery of the local economy is dependent upon foreign oil, trade, technology, manufacturing, and population growth. Even with an unstable global economy, the Houston metropolitan area is growing at a rapid rate and has one of the nation's strongest industrial markets. Texas markets have been adding jobs at a substantial rate, which have spurred growth in the metropolitan area. It's pretty much a given that people will gravitate toward the best, and right now we have it here. And I predict that we'll have it for the near term and the long term. So it's no wonder that our population is growing through the roof. Brandy mentioned earlier that the Greater Houston Partnership announced yesterday that they predict in 2012 85,000 new jobs created in Houston. That's a huge number. It's a little bit more than we had last year. It shows a great consistent trend. It's back to the old saying, I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as fast as I could. And guess what? We now finally have the proof to back that up. Randy covered earlier the jobs created in Texas. We increased by more than 231,000 jobs in the past year, just behind California. That increase is nowhere near the pre-recession, but significantly higher than the national average. The most significant number with all of that is that we in Houston have now recovered 100% of the jobs that we lost in the last recession. So we are back to where we left off. We have a healthy industrial market and are great poised to move forward with a lot of robust movement. This is your, this next slide is the average Joe's view of oil prices today. Joe is right on the money at the gas pump, but what Joe doesn't know in Houston is that high oil prices spur higher oil exploration, which directly benefits the city of Houston. So although we may grimace at the gasoline pump, it's a great economic driver for the city of Houston. Oil prices are hovering around $95 a barrel, which is close to 50% higher than they were last year. There are several factors which contribute to high oil prices. The main one is the weak U.S. dollar and the European financial crisis and tensions over Iran and the nuclear crisis. What does this mean for us? Emerging Trends report in Houston shows Houston as being the U.S. energy capital. As such, expands off a Texas-sized service sector employment engine. Houstonians reap the benefits of lasting oil prices being provided by a national opportunity to find a job. So if the Emerging Trends report is showing that, and that's being broadcast nationally, that's putting the word out as to why people are coming here. A few examples of things to watch coming up next year, which are going to be big factors in the Houston market, is the ExxonMobil announced their plans to build their new corporate campus on 385 acres just south of the Woodlands. We need to watch this. I project that business will follow suit, and we could develop a whole new second energy hub on the north side of Eagle Ford Shale has been is in all the news. All the people in the oil and gas business I know say that that's a long-term play, not a short-term play. That's good for oil and gas. It created 10,000 jobs last year in just the Eagle Ford Shale play alone, and expected to double that in the next couple of years. Always need to mention the Houston Ship Channel continues to grow, with trade growing. As I predicted before, there should be a huge increase in volume into the Houston Ship Channel when the Panama Canal is widening is completed in 2014, which will bring and open up a lot more Asian markets to the Gulf Coast. Our economy is being bolstered by the strength of the energy industry, influx of immigrants, or non-Texans, as we call them, growing foreign trade, and a low cost of living. And I'll repeat my earlier statement that it's great to be in the state of Texas. As long as oil prices maintain their current levels, the demand for Houston oil and gas should provide us a steady flow of industrial build-to-suit and design-build opportunities. That being said, it seems that Houston will be the place to be in industrial in 2012. 6 million Houstonians can't be wrong. I want to close with this slide of a University of Houston football game. I'm happy to mention that U of H is attained Tier 1 status in this last year. It's a great supplier of informed workforce for the city of Houston, and we're happy to announce this week the entry into the Big East Conference.